Alrighty, so in this video what we're going to be explaining is mitt work. Although I don't own any mitts and I'm not fortunate enough to be at the gym to use those mitts, what I'll be explaining is all the motions that you would do with the mitt and the counters that you will have when they're punching and whatnot. So as a start, I'm going to do 1 through 8, demonstrating those, and then I'll move on to when they're doing their defensive work. When it comes to slips, rolls, and rocks, I'll explain those and how you're supposed to encounter them with the mitts as well. So punches 1 through 8, very simple. If they're standing orthodox, you stand orthodox as well. So run through those same motions that they would be punching so that you can receive them in the same way an orthodox would as well. So with that, we're going to start with punches 1 through 8. First two are jabs. You're going to want to make sure that you're not pulling or pushing the mitts forward to meet them in the middle, because that means they're not having a full extension, right? So when they're coming towards you with that full extension, you want to make sure you keep it close to you. You're just tapping. Every time they make contact with the mitt, you want to give them like a sense of a little bit of praise by tapping them, pushing down. So it's a 1, 2, right? So if they're throwing that 1, 2, you do 1, 2, little taps, but not coming forward, right? So it's a little 1, 2. As they do 3, 3 is to the side, right? Same thing, you don't want to come out too much. You want to keep it towards the body because that's where they're hitting. So as they come in, they hit the side, another little tap, right? So for those 3s that they're coming in, a little tap. 4s and 5s, they're obviously up. Little uppercuts, little hooks. Or not hooks, sorry, but uppercuts. And so what you're going to do is you're going to hold it from the top, and you can go 3, 4, 5, right? So 4, 5, I guess if it was orthodox. And so that's 4 and 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as we continue, we're going to go through 6, 7, and 8. 6 and 7 are a little different, obviously, because they're coming over. And so with that, as they're coming offline and tagging you on your glove, you want to kind of hold it up. You don't want to be completely over, like if they're doing a hook, but you're wanting to, or an upper. But if you're doing that 6 and they're coming across, you almost just want to push their glove down a little bit. You want to force it down, right, but just to tap enough to have them recognize that they made contact. And so you're just kind of pushing their glove down, boom, and they can finish the motion. So that's for 6 and 7, right? So 6, 7. The last one being 8 is on the side. So they're gonna come in, same thing. You don't want to come out too far. Keep it in. You come in and you push, right? Again, sorry, I do not have any gloves to demonstrate with, or somebody to demonstrate with either. But with this concept, I recognize that the best ways to teach them, to explain these things, as it says in the classes, that we're supposed to let them know who's in charge, and that I will be making sure that they're doing the best movement that they can. When it comes to defensive movements, again, I'm going to help them recognize that if they do not make this movement properly, I will be tagging them with the mitt. So when it comes to slips and they're coming forward, I'll tell them to slip, and as they do, I'll just come over their shoulder, right? I'll go glide over their shoulder. So if they're slipping down, I'm going to glide over, slipping this way, I'm going to glide over, and just kind of tag through their shoulders with the mitts to make sure they recognize that they have to come offline, or they're gonna tag them in the chin. So as they do so, I'll just kind of make sure to have full extension so that they recognize they have to make that slip far enough, but then also recognize that if they don't do it in a timely manner, they're gonna stay down too long, and when they come back up, I'm gonna be already moved on to the next one, and they're gonna get caught. So making sure they recognize those things. Next one, we'll do a roll. So same thing, as they go down with the mitt, I'm going to come over, making sure not to come too high and giving them that easy out, but right across my shoulder line, that they recognize they have to go all the way down. If they don't, they're going to get tagged on the side of the head. So with those rolls and the mitts, you just go straight across. You're calling them out, right? So to roll under. So those are for rolls. And lastly, for rocks, as they come back, I'm going to make sure to extend my mitt straight towards them so that they have to lean far back enough or they're going to get tagged. So it's pretty easy with mitt work. You just have to be very honest up front And as they're in that Orthodox position, you're making sure to do the correct movements.